with us.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. First, the headlines. Indian armed forces launch Operation Sindoor against terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan. Indian Army briefs media on Operation Sindoor targeting terrorist camps in Pakistan and POJK. Meghalaya conducts mock air raid precaution drill. Rakam Sangma defends railway expansion in Meghalaya, assures protection for indigenous communities. And youth lodges complaint against Soyoung BDO over MGNREGS negligence. The news in detail. The Indian Armed Forces have launched Operation Sindoor targeting terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, linked to recent attacks on India. In a statement, the Ministry of Defence confirmed that 9 sites were hit, emphasising that the operation was focused, measured and non-escalatory, with no Pakistani military facilities involved. This operation comes in the aftermath of the brutal Pahalgam terrorist attack, which claimed the lives of 25 Indians and 1 Nepali citizen, with India reiterating its commitment to holding those responsible accountable. In a press briefing, the Indian Army provided details on Operation Sindoor, launched to avenge the horrific terrorist attack in Pahalgam. The Indian Army emphasized that all targets were selected based on reliable intelligence to avoid civilian casualties, with no military establishments being targeted. The operation was executed with precision and minimal collateral damage, underlining India's restraint while sending a clear message on its readiness to respond to future provocations. No civilian or military damage has been reported from the strikes.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर 22 अप्रैल को पहलगाम में हुए विभत्स आतंकवादी हमले के शिकार मासूम नागरिकों व उनके परिवारों को न्याय देने के लिए लॉन्च किया गया था। इस कार्रवाई में 9 टेररिस्ट कैंप्स को टारगेट किया गया और पूरी तरह से इसे बर्बाद किया गया। पाकिस्तान में पिछले 3 दशकों से टेरर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का निर्माण हो रहा है। इसमें रिक्रूटमेंट, इंडोक्ट्रिनेशन सेंटर्स, ट्रेनिंग एरियाज व लॉन्च पैड शामिल थे, जो पाकिस्तान और पाक अधिकृत जम्मू कश्मीर POJK दोनों में फैले हैं।
Some of the well-known training camps are located, as you can see on the screen. They are distributed from Savai Nala in the north, counting to approximately 21, ending at Bhagalpur to the south.
The Directorate of Civil Defence and Home Guards of Meghalaya conducted a mock air raid precaution exercise in the state today. M.K. Sangma, Joint Director of Civil Defence and Joint Commandant General of Home Guards, informed that the drill was limited to selected areas. A more comprehensive exercise involving the police, health department, PWD and local residents was planned for a later date. During the exercise, sirens sounded at 6:30 p.m, followed by a 2-minute blackout. Citizens were requested to switch off their lights, pedestrians were advised to seek immediate cover, and solar-powered lights were also instructed to be turned off. The drill aimed to enhance the preparedness of security forces and emergency services for potential crises.
So today we will be conducting the mock drill at will start from 4 o'clock, and then 6:30 we'll have a sounding of siren, and then we'll have the blackout exercise also. And it'll be very difficult for us to tell each and every individuals to switch off their lights in a very short time and then participate in the blackout exercise. That's why we have decided in a meeting with the Principal Secretary that we will request the MECL to cooperate with us, and they have when you request, and they also cooperate with us, and then they are ready to actually initially we plan to black out the entire state, but then they also have some technical problems. That's why they requested what if we just do the blackout shutdown only in Shillong, Joai and Tura.
In response to concerns about the potential influx of non-indigenous people and illegal immigrants due to the introduction of railways in Meghalaya, Cabinet Minister Rakam Sangma defended the move, asserting that illegal immigrants do not enter via trains or flights, but through the state's porous border with Bangladesh. He emphasized that Meghalaya's constitutional safeguards, including the 6th schedule, autonomous district councils and land rights, are strong mechanisms to protect the rights of the indigenous tribes. Sangma further highlighted that the 6th schedule remains the best protection for the indigenous community. He also referred to the 2011 census, which showed that South Garo Hills has only 11,000 non-indigenous people, North Garo Hills 8,000 and West Garo Hills over 3.5 lakh non-indigenous individuals.
Meghalaya is open border. Meghalaya is open border. I'm sure I have to admit today in the West Garo Hills, you see thousands of people are there. Did these people come through railway? Does these people come through flight? No. So illegal is illegal. So suppose our border is open, completely open. Anybody can enter, anybody can. But thank God for the pioneers of our parents, forefathers. The founding father of the district council, they've laid a strong mechanism for 6th schedule for the tribal people of the state.
Purning Star Shabong, a youth from Light Nongse village in Soyong CNRD block, has filed a formal complaint with the Meghalaya Human Rights Commission against the block development officer for alleged negligence in implementing the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, MGNREGS. Shabong claimed that the scheme has been stalled for the past 2 years due to interference by certain individuals, and despite repeated requests from village authorities and the Village Employment Council, the BDO has failed to take any action. He emphasized that the suspension of the scheme has severely impacted economically weaker sections who depend on the scheme for their livelihood. Shabong has called on the MHRC to intervene and take legal action against those obstructing the scheme's implementation.
Tiap kena ke scheme sispak sini kena ke scheme jong ke central government. Kabala ai ke garanti ban pidi kena bo wei pad wei nong sosnong hapo kari India di benua ya kata ka jeng bela sispak sini hak sisnem. But kena ke jeng le jong ka office jong video. Mo hadin bang ni sngo ba nong sosnong di hangtai hapo song like se kila pha ya ke jeng ujor sa ka office jong video. Drai kena ke jeng bum sinyau ba ke jeng bum sim kya jong video company ba kadan ka clear violation ya ka duties kumu video pitikna ba kanika scheme ka bala mangkerpang nam taki nong sesnong ken yo bantrei khamta me mar ba ni sufu ba kanika scheme ka scheme ka ba kanika initiative of central government.
Following the announcement of HSSLC exam results, the Common University Entrance Test CUET is set to take centre stage in Meghalaya. Addressing concerns about CUET, Education Minister Rakam Sangma reassured students that they are well prepared for the exam and that the government would ensure smooth coordination to avoid any difficulties. Sangma also expressed optimism about accommodating all students who cleared their exams. Further, he acknowledged that many seek exposure beyond Meghalaya, but emphasized the government's efforts to keep college fees reasonable and engage with institutions to prevent exorbitant charges.
So it is not only about CUT. Yes, definitely, those, as per the ministry instruction, those affiliated institution students, they will have to go through the CUT. But CUT is not the issue at the moment. I don't see any issue reason, because why? The center is also in the state. So we are all, our students, I'm full confident in our students' capability to in appearing in the CUT examination, they will clear easily. Government will take all the measure to seize the problem of our students. That's it.
The historic water tank, built during the British era in 1936, was revived today with a special ceremony attended by local residents in Laban and Madan Laban. For over 80 years, the tank had been serving the local population, but years of wear and tear had caused significant leakage in the water pipes. Local MLA Sanbor Shulai inaugurated the newly renovated water supply system, which involved replacing the old pipes at a cost of over Rs 6 crores under the Amrut mission, providing water for the community. Renowned journalist and author Patricia Mukim unveiled her 2-volume work, From Isolation to Integration, Navigating the Geopolitics of India's Northeast 1990 to 2023 in Shillong. The book was officially released at an informal ceremony at the Heritage Club, Tripura Castle, by former Home Secretary G.K. Pillai, Padma Shri Manas Chowdhury and others. The volumes provided a comprehensive analysis of the Northeast's geopolitical transformation over the past 3 decades, addressing themes like identity, conflict and integration. Speaking to Doordarshan, Mukim expressed her joy at the successful release and highlighted the book's value for researchers, students and academics.
It's about all the states of the Northeast and our relation vis-a-vis India. It's a kind of this is history in the making. So it'll make it easy for research students, research scholars, and for academics to, if they want to know about a certain period of history, they can go to this book and reference it from there. So it's a great moment, because if we do not compile it in book form, if it's only there in the newspapers, people will throw it away and forget about it. But this makes it a real living history.
Jirang MLA Sostenes Sotun, along with senior officials from PWD, PHE, MEECL and the Jirang BDO, visited Patharkama Model Degree College to inspect the infrastructure and identify remaining tasks before the official inauguration. In a meeting with the principal and local leaders, key areas for completion were discussed to ensure the college is ready for the upcoming academic session. Enrollment is currently underway and academic activities are set to begin soon after the inauguration. The second Education Fair 2025, held at Kiangnangba Government College, Jowai on May 5th and 6th, connected over 700 students with representatives from more than 10 universities. Coinciding with Class 12 results, the fair allowed students to secure admissions on the spot with discounted tuition and direct counseling. The event helped eliminate the need for travel, especially benefiting low-income students. The Elevate Tribes and TSL event team plans to host the fair annually, expanding access to higher education for local students. The 4th Eastern West Khasi Hills District Level Inter-School Athletic Meet 2025 was inaugurated today at the KSA Mission Ground in Mairang. The event, organized by the District Sports Officer of West Khasi Hills, saw the participation of 24 schools from across the district. The inauguration ceremony was graced by Equator Nongrang, MDC of Mairang constituency, who addressed the gathering. In his address, Nongrang encouraged students to showcase their talents and expressed hope that some would progress to represent the state and the nation. The meet features athletes competing in under 14, under 16 and under 18 categories for both boys and girls. And a quick look at the weather report now. First, let us take a look at the weather report from Tura. The minimum temperature recorded was 23 degrees Celsius, the maximum 32 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 46%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature recorded was 14.4 degrees Celsius, the maximum 23.4 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 79%, and 5.6 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. Meanwhile, in Jowai, the minimum temperature was 17 degrees Celsius, maximum 22 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity 71%, and 5.6 millimeters of rainfall was also recorded. The forecast for Tura, Jowai and Shillong says that moderate rainfall is likely to occur at most places. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. Indian armed forces launch Operation Sindoor against terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan. Indian Army briefs media on Operation Sindoor targeting terrorist camps in Pakistan and POJK. Meghalaya conducts mock air raid precaution drill. Rakam Sangma defends railway expansion in Meghalaya, assures protection for indigenous communities. And youth lodges complaint against Soyong BDO over MGNREGS negligence. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.